Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we will be talking about Turkey scholarships. We'll be talking about what it is, like what does it cover, what documents do you need to apply to the scholarship, my tips and tricks, and etc. I already do have these videos in Russian, so if you're more comfortable with Russian, go ahead and watch them in my channel. Even if you already watched these ones will be for sure beneficial, so you can watch this one too. Without further ado, let's get into it. So what is Turkey Scholarships? Turkey Scholarships is a scholarship of Government of Turkey for international students from all around the world. Every program has its mission, and it is important to know the mission of the programs before applying, because that is going to help you during your application processes, especially while writing a motivational letter. So Turkey Scholarships has several missions, and the first one is providing equal opportunities for successful students from all around the world. The second one is promoting Turkey as a center of academic excellence. And the third one is that the scholarship aims to tighten the bonds between Turkey and other countries through education. So what does the scholarship cover? The scholarship covers your tuition fees, your dormitory fees, your ticket fees, but for tickets it's going to be only one time when you will be coming to Turkey and one time after graduation. Health insurance, it will also cover 1 year of studying Turkish language before starting. This year is mandatory and you cannot skip it unless you know Turkish. I would highly recommend to not skip it because it is such a fun year. Because you're just learning Turkish language and you're meeting students from all around the world. You have time to get to know people, travel around Turkey, and etc. That's what we have been doing. But like if you start straight away from university, I do think that it is going to be a bit difficult because right now I'm already in my first year at university, and even though I studied Turkish for the whole year, it is still kind of difficult for me to get adapted to the lessons. So this year, the Turkish year is highly recommended. And then we also have a monthly scholarship. I think they increased the scholarship this year. I'm gonna leave the scholarship amount somewhere here. So about the application criteria, we have two types of criteria: academic criteria and age criteria. So let's start with academic one. To apply to undergraduate program, you need to have a minimum academic achievement of 70%. For graduate, you need to have a minimum academic achievement of 75%. For candidates of health sciences, you need to have an academic achievement of 90%. As for age criteria, to apply to undergraduate program, you have to be under 21. For graduate program, you have to be under 30. And PhD programs, you have to be under the age of 35. Now let's talk about the application calendar and the steps you need to go through to be accepted by Turkey scholarships. So the first step is the application, the online application, and it is usually opened from January 10th till February 20th. Right now the applications are open. I'm looking down because I have my tablet here and I have like the details written. So if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my tablet. Then we have the evaluation process, which is going to take from March, April, and May. And after the evaluation process, you will be invited to the interview. Interviews usually take place during June or July. And when you'll be invited to the interview, let's say that this is the second step through which you need to go. You will also, for undergraduate degrees, you'll also need to take a test from algebra, geometry, and logics. I don't think graduate students also take this test, but this is going to be something similar to YOS, which is a Turkish exam. So yeah, like when you'll be invited to the interview, on the same day you will have also a test, and after that you'll go to the interview like one by one after the test. And the results are going to be announced in early August. What are the required documents that you need for your application? First of all, it is a valid identity document, a document that can prove your identity. It can be your country passport, or preferably it is better to use your international passport if you have one. Then you need a photo of yourself that is taken within 1 year. You'll need your diploma or temporary graduation certificate. If you're still studying at school, you will just need to upload your transcripts for the last 3 years. For example, in my country, we studied till 11th grade. So for me it was, I uploaded my final grades from 9th and 10th grades, and I uploaded my grades from the first semester from 11th grade. If you have taken any international exams like SAT, GRE, GMAT, you can upload also them, but the program does not usually require that. Or if you have international TOEFL or IELTS results, you can also upload them, but again, it is not required. But it usually depends on the program you're applying to, because, for example, if you want to study in English, there are programs that will require you uploading your TOEFL scores. Now let's start with the advices. I wouldn't call it advices. It's just like tips from me, which I think helped me and which also might help you. Before giving like the tips and tricks, I want to say that I'm not an admission committee, and everything I'll be saying is like solely from my experience. So take it with a pinch of salt. So let's go. And the first one is going to be about academic performance. While you're studying in high school, try to improve your grades and try to have good grades. Since this is a really competitive program, and like there's a huge competition while applying, and the first thing usually admission committee looks at is your grades. So your grades should be good. For example, if your grades are not that good in, let's say, 9th grade and 10th grade, but it becomes better in 11th, it is really good. It shows that you're improving. But if it is vice versa, I'd advise you to like concentrate on your grades and try to improve them, since it is a really important factor. Because I have heard like lots of people saying that grades are not that important. If you have bad grades, that's fine. Actually, if you want to get like a full funded scholarship, I do think that it is important, since how will they know that, for example, you will be doing good in university? Of course, by looking at your previous grades. So yeah, the first tip is to concentrate on your grades and try to improve them. The second tip is going to be about motivational letters. When you'll submit the first part of your application, a second part will appear where you'll have to upload a motivational letter. And it usually asks, like, it is one question, but it has lots of sub-question in it. So be careful with that one and make sure that you answered all the parts of the questions. It usually, the question usually includes like, why did you choose your profession? Why do you want to study in Turkey? The importance of education in Turkey, and importance of the scholarship for your future plans. So it has like several parts. Make sure to answer all of them, since that's a mistake lots of people usually do. They just answer like, why do they want to study in Turkey, and they just ignore the other parts, which is a huge mistake, since the admission committees do want to listen and learn. For example, why are you choosing a certain profession, and etc. When writing your motivational letter, I'd recommend you to concentrate on the why are you choosing your profession part. You can write who inspired you or what inspired you to apply to a certain major. And if you have experience in this field, highly recommended to write that one too. If you don't have any experience, that's totally fine too. For example, when I was applying, I didn't have any experience in my field. I'm studying tourism management, and when I was applying, I was like 16, and at 16, no one like will, in Tajikistan at least, no one will take you like to a job. So that's why I took an online courses from my major. That's what you can do, because there are also lots of platforms like Coursera, edX. I'll also leave their name somewhere here. Where you can take these courses like totally for free and get the certificate. And since I took those courses, I also like wrote in my application that I'm really interested like in this major, like, and then I wrote that what courses I took about this major. So yeah, these are some tips about writing your motivational letter, and the most important one is to not forget to answer to all the questions and sub-questions they are asking to answer for in the motivational letter. And the third one is going to be about social activities. This part is not required to fill out when you're filling out the application form, but I would highly recommend to fill out this form, because I do think that it is really important for the admission committee to see you beyond academics and to see like what you're doing outside school. So what do you write in social activities part? In social activities part, you can write about your volunteering, about your projects, about the camps you have attended, about the different programs you have participated in, and you can upload your certificates and awards. Lots of students usually skip this part because it's not required, but I would say like fill it out because I do think that it contributes a lot to your application process. And if I'm not mistaken, even like Turkey Scholarships posted on their Instagram page, like when they wrote like tips for application process, they said like they wrote down to fill out this part. That's why I would also highly recommend to fill it out so that admission committee see you outside the school, see what contributions you made to your society, and like what clubs, camps, and programs you have also participated in. The fourth one is going to be about recommendation letters. I do think that the recommendation letters are an important part of our application because admission committees see us from perspective of different people, not different people, from perspective of our teachers, people who have worked with us like for a long time. So I would advise to take recommendation letter from someone who actually knows you and have worked with you. And basically, when you'll be uploading a recommendation letter, there are two types of recommendation letter you can upload. First is academic and another is non-academic one. Academic one is the one you take from your teachers, and the non-academic one is the one you can, for example, take from your mentor or someone you have worked with during your extracurricular activities. For example, I uploaded two academic recommendation letters from my school, and I also uploaded one non-academic recommendation letter from my facilitator when I was like in a camp in Kenya. So be considerate about your recommendation letters too. The fifth one is going to be about choosing universities. When filling out the application form, you can choose up to 12 universities from all around Turkey. And for bachelors, I think half of them should be from big cities and another half should be from small cities. But for master's degrees, I think you can choose like all of them from big cities. And the first like tip is gonna be to choose some universities from small cities too, because that is gonna increase your chances of getting accepted. So the last one is going to be about choosing majors. When filling out your application form, try to choose similar majors because let's imagine like you're writing in your motivation letter how hard you want to pursue a certain major, and then when filling out the application form, there's like a huge variety of majors, and it is going to look kind of strange. So yeah, be careful with this part too. This is the end of this video. If you have still any questions left, you can write them down in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.